NAC has a three-prong approach to advocacy here that they are proposing, and we are firmly behind. The first one is regulatory. They are seeking to work directly with CMS, if at all possible, on the behavioral adjustment methodology. Now, we've been trying to do that for years, right? Since we knew about transition from PS to PDGM, we've been trying to work. It hasn't worked. But we're going to keep trying as an industry to advocate on your behalf that way. Legislative. Yay! Legislation has just been drafted now. The Preserving Access to Home Health Act of 2022. And we want you on board with grassroots activism here. The intent of this bill, which right now is finalizing its bipartisan House and Senate sponsorship from the Senate Finance Committee, House Ways and Means. We're going for it. Once that is completely firmed up now, we'll have more to announce for you. But this bill will be introduced, we believe, within the next week, if not prior to the August recess. So the intent of the bill is to prevent the proposed cuts to home health, in essence, by freezing the rates. Prevent the proposed cuts until 2028. That gives us time. It freezes the rates and ensure that any adjustment needed to ensure budget neutrality would still be made within the budget window, but be made with a better methodology. If CMS determined that the payment increases were needed for us to achieve budget neutrality prior to that 2028 freeze being lifted, upward adjustments would be made. And of course, we would include in those adjustments every year the market basket index update for inflation, right? Meager as it is this year. So we are finalizing that now. Stay tuned on that. We'll talk a little more about that in a second, but this is very exciting news and something we need you to get on board with, and WellSky is firmly committed to getting on board with grassroots activism. Litigation is a third-prong approach if everything else fails. Just understand that to sue CMS would essentially kill any talk about a bill that's floated in the House or Senate. So we won't go there unless we absolutely have to, but that is also an option as a third-ditch approach. Now, we stand at WellSky behind our providers out there. We stand behind the industry, and we are committed to partnering very closely with NAC in this grassroots activism. We're encouraging you to do the same. Look out for alerts from WellSky. We will give them to you as we monitor the legislative process and how you can best act. Monitor NAC.org because they will be providing easy links as soon as we have this bill number, easy links to contact your representatives with just the push of a button. And then not only you who may be watching this webinar today, get on board with that grassroots activism, but imagine if everyone in your agency pushed that button to send that letter or made that call. That's going to make a difference. So now is the time for our advocacy to be collected. To me, as a nurse of many decades, I have to tell you, I'm seeing impact to our communities out there, to the people we care about, to the patients we serve. So let's go and be advocates for our industry, for our business, and a business that serves something more important than anybody at CMS or anybody on this webinar, okay? Remember that comments have to be received by 5 p.m. August 16th, and that's 5 p.m. Eastern time. Now, comment submission, I've given you data on it. Again, it's very specific. So please refer to this as you make comments to CMS within the rule.